Hey, it's a party today. It's like 5 people.
Just don't care. Yeah. This is the
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Pick Your Brain Podcast, the platform to showcase creatives, social issues, mental health, and community empowerment. I'm Simone.
Yay! It's Kyle.
What up, Kim folks? It's Mike D. What is good?
Muy buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Aquí Univisión 14 con César Bayona.
He has the right fit for that today as well too.
You got the pointed shoes.
Right on point.
I actually, I'm the tax collector today, so y'all owe the IRS a little something, you know what I'm saying?
We should pitch this to the Mexican TV channel.
Yeah, Univisión 14, fool, then.
Yeah.
That's what I said, bro.
Easy.
You look cute today, man. Nice shoes. Look at you, looking
Oh,
sharp.
yeah, you know, we got to
the
get fitted, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Even the hair, you know,
Wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. I'll take that back, because when we did the episode, I just freshly showered, and I was like, fuck it, I got to jet to the studio, so I didn't do anything. But when I did my comeback, or when I came into the studio, I did do my hair that day.
Nice.
Okay, look at you.
Yeah, and we got our chineless, me and Mike.
Who that?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm David.
Oh yeah, we forgot we had a guest.
Who's that?
I'm just blending right in.
We have a special guest today. Go ahead, Kyle.
We have the boy David. He is a part of, or actually the founder of Iridescent Management.
Yeah, let's not hype that up. It's nothing too special.
Wait. Did you say this is the boy David?
This is the boy David.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
This is motherfucking David, all right? You know what I'm saying? He's in the studio right now, bro. What's up? Represent, dog.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on board to this, so it's pretty cool.
Is it really though? I'm just kidding.
Is it really?
I think it is. Yeah.
Well, welcome. We're glad you're here.
Thanks.
He's also graduated from San Jose State class of 2019.
Nice.
Right before the pandemic. Perfect timing, huh?
Yeah, I got pretty lucky with that. And, just graduated a bit early and stuff like that. But it kind of sucks that my friends graduated in 2020 and, they don't have a full walk-on graduation thing. So.
Yo, so you telling me you don't want to try Zoom University, dog?
Dude.
Hell no.
I am doing that right now, and it is rough. You get Zoom fatigue.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Like my eyes hurt. Like by the end of the day, I'm just like, fuck. I don't want to see another screen. And all my homework's online too, so I'm just like, fuck.
For graduate school.
Yes.
For grad.
For graduate school. So I'm planning to get my master's as a physician associate. It used to be called a physician assistant.
They changed it to associate?
Yeah, I remember hearing about this, actually.
So, knowledge.
And knowledge. The more you know.
And right now, there we go.
That was perfect. Wow.
Oh, okay. So right now, though, you are a recreational therapist.
Yeah. And that's what I studied to be. At first, I wanted to be a physical therapist. But once I got into San Jose State, it was a bit kind of crowded in a sense for kinesiology. And I was just like, okay, I'm a bit frustrated. I'll keep an open mind towards recreation therapy, and just decided to major in that. And so far, after I graduated, I got a part-time job as a recreation therapist or an activity therapist at an acute psychiatric hospital. So it's pretty cool.
So
Hold up.
I was about to ask a question.
Hold up.
Go ahead, Mike.
When I heard recreational therapist, the first thing I thought was weed. I don't know why.
For recreational use.
You just wanted to drop that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Real note, I was also gonna ask. I was just like, what is specifically a recreation?
Wow, does everyone want to take my questions and interrupt me? I'm about to mute all of you.
Okay.
Sorry, PYB listeners. We are not trying to mansplain. I'm on some rosé right now, so like.
I want some rosé.
Do I answer your your question first, Mike?
It's up to you.
No, wasn't that a statement? That was more of a statement.
It was a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Okay, okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like a taboo recreation. But,
Okay.
You know, if
Maybe
people-
they use it in therapy as well. You never
Okay,
know.
okay.
Yeah, if you want to do that, go for it.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping you.
All right, back to Simone.
Well, Jonathan already asked it. That was
No.
my
You're gonna look at Simone when you answer the question.
Go ahead,
I
ask
don't
the
wanna
question.
mansplain. Nah, we don't do that. You look at Simone.
But my
She
question
asked
was,
the question.
Can you describe what recreational therapy is and like what you do?
Okay. Imagine you're in a hospital and you're the patient, right? You get treated by all this and stuff like that, going through surgery, and you have to come back to the hospital to work with outpatient medical team, basically. So you have occupation. What else? Physical therapy. For me, recreation is like another thing. It's kind of like a sleeper in a sense where not many people do. Many people do recognize it, but they just don't give too much emphasis towards recreation therapy. And yeah, we're basically combining occupation and physical aspects into you. So let's say you're physically disabled, quadriplegic, can't do much. How do we work around that? And what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, are you asking what I like to do for fun?
Yeah, like recreation-wise.
Recreational. I say I like biking for fun.
Okay, so
Yeah.
quadriplegic, you can't even move your
Yeah.
legs and stuff like that.
Oh,
So,
you want me to? Okay. No, go ahead.
what?
No, I was confused.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
I'm so confused
No,
right
you
now.
can go.
I think
She likes to
Simone
read
just-
books. She likes to read books.
No, I think Simone just had a reaction because she said biking, and then you were like, okay, so if you're quadriplegic, and Simone
Yeah,
was
and I
like,
was like, oh
fuck.
shit. Yeah,
Well, he's
so I
like
can't
putting like
really
a
bike.
situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so like, you love
Yeah.
biking, you're quadriplegic, and for me, on my aspect, that's when I try to work around your abilities. What can you do? You can move your arms, okay?
Yeah.
We'll find you a bike where you can literally move your arms. And just try to find events for you guys to go out. It could be across the country, it could be anywhere, and it just comes down to that, so that's pretty much it.
Another question, off topic. I'm sorry, but have you ever thought about doing voice acting?
No, why?
No, you have like this voice. Like it could be like a radio thing. Like you have that like, rah.
You have a very like rare voice.
You have like a deep like.
Like a.
I like your voice too. I like Simone's
Oh,
voice.
really?
Simone has like a commentator, kind of like sort of like a hostess of like a show. She's like,
I was getting that vibe too.
hi, have you heard of our new product, like Gingerberry? Available to you live right here. If you go on our website, $19.99 plus free shipping. If you use promo code Simone, you get 20% off your shipping and free delivery.
Oh, why? I didn't know that.
My shit, I mean, my voice, I mean, I don't know. I have like a change in pace. I mean, like when I'm just doing podcasts, I normally just go with like this deep voice, like, but like I could do different shit too. So
I know you can.
I can do high pitch, low
yeah,
pitch.
'cause- yeah. Wait, hold on.
Take it down an octave.
Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. This is so off topic, but wait, hold on. I gotta get back to you on this though. You were there for all my stupid shit in high school, huh? Stupid shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, were you in sociology with me?
I'm not too sure.
With Anthony Nguyen?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
Okay, actually no. You know what?
But I know you're trying to be a rapper, and
Oh shit.
He remembers that
so I remember
to
all
this
that
day
stuff.
too.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you.
Don't be embarrassed about it, dude.
I was gonna be like, "What's my name?" And I was like, "It's my fucking Instagram handle."
MC Churro.
He knows it.
Oh, it's my Instagram handle. Anyways,
you're
sorry.
right.
Let's go back to David.
So I got a question for you, David. What strategies have you used to help your clients? Okay, let's say the most like eye-opening strategy that you use that you didn't know you could think of. Like you just thought of it, like wow, and it really helped the client experience-wise.
So experience-wise, like I only have 1 year, so just I'm not trying to brag about this, but when you're working at an acute psychiatric hospital, and acute means they're just there for a short term, and patients revolve. It's so fast-paced, a lot of notes, but interventions or strategies, really it's just listening to them. When it comes to these patients, they have like mental issues. It could be suicidal or just depression mainly depression and suicidal, which kind of sucks. Really just listen to them out for the first time, and then from there I would try to like just I don't know, just try to build like some kind of strong rapport before we could start doing small activities in terms of, I don't know, coloring, drawing, it could be painting, sand art, maybe just listening to music. I find that amazing. Like, I could just put a speaker right on this table and play any music, and they'll just sit back and relax. It could be children, adults, or just older adults too, elderly.
Yeah. And like speaking about music, have you guys ever heard of these people that go into? I think they mostly go to children's hospitals and they play like guitars and music. I think it's called musical therapy, something like that. And
I've seen like
I
vets
just
do
thought
that.
I just think that's like so cool how literally like music can just bring you to a whole different level. But
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, like when my bro was going through it, right? Like music was like something that he resorted to a lot and shit like that. So like, I mean, back at the time, like Linkin Park was popping, you know what I'm saying? So it was like obviously a lot of that shit, right? But it's just crazy because music just speaks on a different level. You know what I'm saying? It just, yeah, it's fucking strong. Fuck.
yeah.
It's like a freaking high. Every time I DJ, I'm like high as fuck. From DJ. I'm not high, but I'm
It's a
high from
happy
DJ.
high.
Happy high.
Speaking of music, what have you guys been listening to lately? This past like
Peppa Pig.
week? Peppa Pig. That one?
I'm just kidding. Oh, no.
I was trying to think of the theme song. That's how it goes.
I hate Peppa Pig. I'm sorry.
Daddy Pig. Right?
Actually,
Are you gonna
on the past couple of days, I've just been listening to a lot of like Mexican music. So like
Reggaeton?
what's up?
Reggaeton?
No, bro, I'm talking like the equivalent of like country Mexican music, bro. We call that shit duranguense, bro. Fuck, bro. That shit gets a party popping, bro.
With your roots.
Yo, I gotta show you some tracks, bro, for your
Send
DJ
it.
shit.
Send it. Hey, I got all the Mexicans dancing at the flea market yesterday, so you know.
The rancheros.
Yeah, no, for real. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of Bay Area music lately. Been in a party vibe. Well, I have been partying the whole weekend. How about you, David?
More electronic music, house music.
House.
Boots and cats.
House
Yeah.
puts you in a trance.
Boots and cats.
Yeah,
Boots and
it's
cats.
weird.
What's in cats?
Yes, boots and cats.
It's actually funny that you mentioned that because at my anniversary dinner, there were like some performers there and they were doing a bunch of house music shit.
Oh, while eating dinner.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
That's interesting.
It is a vibe.
How about you?
Let me just shout out to Olivia Rodrigo. Your album, Sour, freaking fire. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. It
I'll peep
literally
that.
reminds you, like, her first song on the album is called Brutal. It literally, like, depicts, like, what it's like when you're a teenager and, like, you fucking hate everything. And you're just like, why the fuck is everything happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, that teenage angst. The next song, Traitor, oh my God. If I heard that song when I was heartbroken, if I could write songs, it would literally be that. And Good For You, that's a summer banger.
Okay.
But
Not driver's license.
driver's license, honestly, to be really honest, when that song came out and it was all hype, I kind of like was stubborn to the hype and I was like, whatever. Listened to it and I was like, damn, bro, she really hurt. Like, and I could feel her like emotions, even though, like, you know, if you don't feel hurt, you're like, damn, bro, like, are you okay? But yeah, whole album, fire.
Fire. I just want to say thank you for your vulnerability. I appreciate
This is a safe environment.
You know, we're talking about vulnerability, you know. But I listen to a lot of Filipino hip hop artists in the Philippines. But right now I'm stuck on Doja and SZA. Kiss Me More.
Oh my God.
Doja.
TikTok dance.
Doja.
Yeah, I'm feeling the vibe. So, and in the video, you know, you got the Asian guy. Yeah, that's a centerpiece, you know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of music,
Yeah.
you are also in the music world. Want to tell us more about that, brother?
Yeah. Where do you want me to start? Like my journey, or?
Well, yeah, you know what? The beginning of you getting into the whole hosting shows at SJSU, I think that's where you started, right?
No, it goes way back.
Okay, let's go before that then. What's before that?
Yeah. So I don't know if you know the Chainsmokers. They're like a pop duo on the radio and stuff like that. So actually, wait, no. I was on YouTube, and then I stumbled upon Avicii. Do you guys know who that guy is? He recently, or 2-3 years past.
Who?
Avicii.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
This is ceviche? No,
Ceviche? What?
it's ceviche.
Mamá, trae ceviche. Hijos de la chingada, ¿qué quieren? Hey, wait, don't you got a Mexican restaurant over there?
I'm playing.
No, that was a good one. But yeah, like, you know, I stumbled upon his music video. It was called The Nights, and there was this videographer. His name was Rory Kramer, and ever since then, I saw that video. I was just like, dude, if this guy could do anything that he could do, like create a music video and stuff like that, like, why can't I? So since then, on that day, it was like 2015, I decided to like pick up my camera, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to build a portfolio and just shoot random stuff, good photos at least. And yeah, I just did that for a year, 2 or 3 years and stuff like that. And I just didn't, yeah.
Didn't you vlog too?
I did.
There we go. I remember like you sharing that. I don't know where I added you on, but I remember you sharing that. I was just like, oh, my boy out here, David, with the vlogs though.
Yeah, they were pretty cringe, but you know, I just wanted to replicate like how Rory Kramer did it, and you know, just learn the process by myself. And luckily, after taking all these photos, I was taking photos for Odessa, just freelancing. The Chainsmokers audience, just like all these electronic dance artists and stuff like that.
Wow.
And then ever since then, I just decided to just drop photography, and I wanted to do something more because I've already gained a lot of just connections with like the local promoters within the Bay Area. And yeah, I just did it. I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I love music and I still want to pursue this. And here I am still to this day doing something.
So do you only capture still images or videos also?
It was both, but mainly it was like 75% photos and then 15, is that? No,
25%.
25% videos. So it depends on like the artist. And if you think about it, like the artist that you know, like it could be Doja Cat or SZA, they're like your boss. And then from there they have managers, booking agents, and all that stuff. It's wild.
Okay.
You also hosted a online festival last year for a good cause.
I did.
Talk about that?
Yeah. I'm doing too many things. I wanted to do that just because I wanted to understand how the live streaming thing worked, and it was a hassle. Like just coordinating so many things. I did not expect that. My colleague and I, or Claudia and I, my co-founder and I, we tried to find like all these major headlining artists so that they can perform for us, but that didn't pull through. Luckily, we had one European DJ from, I think, Sweden or something. I remember that. Yeah, they were playing, and I was like, okay, this is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think we raised like, I think $600. It's something, but I'm glad that I had that experience virtually.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I tell these folks, I tell them all the time is like, yes, I think the effort goes a long way. Yeah. And I think you did your best, and whatever you come out of it, I think that's, you know, whether it's a million or a dollar, I think it's the effort. And so, yeah, and it shows that, you know, you care about something and a cause, so I appreciate that. So.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, I DJ'd for that event. Thank you for putting me on, bro. I appreciate that.
Oh, shit.
I feel like I was like the only like hip hop DJ.
You were.
Literally, I was like, oh man, I feel kind of out of place right now.
What were they mostly, like EDM?
Well, so I did hip hop, and I just to align myself with the other DJs, I put EDM, but it was like a lot of trap hip hop remixes, because that's the type of EDM that I love. Yeah. I love going to, like, when I went to raves, that's what I went to.
They're not raves, they're concerts.
They're not raves, they're concerts.
They're concerts.
That's what you call it? Concerts? Concerts. Why is that called? Why? Why so?
I don't know. I just feel like raves just kind of have a bad.
They're the people that you go to raves, bro. You're a raver.
I don't know.
What do they call it? Like the rave slave life or some shit like that? No. I've seen some people post that. I'm like, what the hell?
That's a thing, apparently.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Also, I want to take back my answer from earlier to what I've been listening to. I want to put in the plug for J. Cole. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the off season.
I haven't listened to his new album yet.
I've been staying out the way, but if the beef do come around, could put an M right in your head.
Beefalo?
But if the M, No. But if the beef do come around, could put an M right on your head. You Luigi brother now.
Hey, I think he does artist management. I think you're gonna do it for MC Churro now.
Is that what the iridescent? I was looking at it briefly. Is that what it is about? Like artist management for mostly musicians?
Yes, artist management. Essentially, I just wanted to dabble upon to that because I sent so many emails to managers and stuff like that, and they denied me because I was studying a medical field sort of thing, and they're like, "Oh, you need credits," and I'm like, "Okay, fuck." Wait, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can say whatever the fuck you want, dude.
Okay, but yeah, I was kind of just disappointed just because I needed credits, and with the whole artist management thing started right when the pandemic happened, and I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna see where all this goes. And luckily, I have Ghost Dragon. He's focusing on like future bass. He's very diverse, and then I have these two other guys on the East Coast. They're more house, and the other is just more like San Holo, if you guys listen to him.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a vibey thing. So it's more diverse. Iridescent, I just love that name just because we're able to pinpoint various different genres of electronic music. And I think a few months ago I picked up like an indie pop band. They were called Valencia. They're pretty good, very good. But I just had to like break it up with them just because I didn't have that much connections or rapport within the whole indie scene. So I just wanted to focus on electronic music from that there.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know if I answered your question.
I don't even remember my question. but
thank you for sharing.
No, yeah, you did. I asked if it was like mainly like musical artists and stuff. But yeah, sorry.
You're good.
How do you spell iridescent?
Yeah, it's IRIDESCENT. Iridescent.
Spelling bee.
How do you spell? I'm just kidding.
How do you spell iridociclitis? No,
I don't know about that, Chief.
All right, guys. So we have our sponsors and our absurdity. Wait, does anyone have the absurdity today?
The absurdity today is Kyle. He's pretty absurd.
Yeah, I think I am. I'm pretty weird.
We all are.
We're all weird.
Yeah.
I'll just say something in Spanish.
Go
Know.
for it.
Do you guys ever feel like when like someone like initially meets you and they're like, oh my God, this person's so dope. And then you're like, damn, bro, like I'm a weirdo. Like you don't know yet, but I'm a weirdo. And do you ever get like, no? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Repeat that again.
Like
You're being absurd. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what did I say? But no, it's like, have you ever met someone and they think that you're like hella dope and shit? And then you think to yourself like, oh damn, bro, you don't even know I'm like a fucking weirdo.
So someone thought you were dope.
No, like in general. When people are like,
And
hey,
you're like, no, I'm
cool.
hella weird, bro.
Yeah, like no, I'm not cool like you think I am. I'm actually pretty fucking weird.
Is this an absurdity or this is just like a reflection?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you guys if you've ever felt that way, because I have.
Last time I checked, it was absurdity of the day, not question of the day.
Well, no one had an absurdity.
No, that's a good
So,
question, though.
I was filling it in.
Yeah, she was taking initiative because y'all fell.
Yeah.
Y'all fell.
Thanks, Mike.
Did I not just say I could just say something in Spanish to the camera and I'll have people Google Translate?
So that's our absurdity of the day. We didn't have an absurdity of the day.
Yeah,
so.
how absurd.
Pretty absurd.
That's absurd. And this is our 27th episode.
No, you know what? You know what's
We're
pretty
at
absurd?
27.
Y'all don't ever come with an absurdity. It's always like, yo, Jonathan, can you come up with one? I'm like, dude, I'm tired of talking about fucking narwhals, bro. Who the fuck cares?
Narwhals.
Oh, how about our sponsorships?
Hey, it's sponsored by UGAT Clothing. Check out my campaign selling NFTs, non-fungible token, to raise money. The goal is to raise $100,000 to donate to Save Our Schools campaign in the indigenous peoples of the Philippines. So come check it out. UGATclothing.com, launching on June 12th, Philippine Independence Day.
Hey, Mike.
That ended abruptly.
How do you spell fungible?
Fungible. F-U-N.
Jabul.
Jabal. Thank you. We got each other back. Let's go. Fungible.
Is that... Oh, never mind. Was that part of the podcast?
Yeah.
Now you just fucked it up.
well, we can keep that in there. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Okay.
Bruh.
So mental health. So what do you specifically do to kind of cater to your own mental health and make sure that you're capable to? Yeah. No. You. Yeah.
Mental health. Praying. It's kind of weird, but I've been praying a lot. Sitting in silence, maybe. Taking cold showers early in the morning.
Like 5 a.m.
Cold
early?
showers?
To wake himself up.
I can't do that.
It's like, apparently, if you take cold showers, then it's like an equal amount of a cup of black coffee. And I've been doing it for 2 years, and that is wild.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that.
Cold showers in the morning.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
For instead of like a whole cold shower, I like to do the last like 5 seconds of cold, just so I could like.
I do that too.
Like I'm like, okay, relax. I'm like, okay, and that'll wake me up. You're just like,
Not the initial, right?
yeah, no, definitely not the initial.
David, you're talking about like you take the entire shower cold, right?
Yes.
Damn, bro, y'all just like,
That's
I'm feeling
gangster.
good.
Well, I mean,
Meditation,
yeah.
shit.
Don't you get used to it though?
Bro, like, I think the first month was a bit difficult.
Yeah.
I don't do cold showers consecutively, but I'll try my best to.
Even if it's winter time.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. You just put, once you take that cold shower, it's like, damn, if I did this, then I
I
could
could do it again.
Yeah, and you could translate that to your work or just anything
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, I take my shower real hot, like the whole thing be steamy and everything.
Dude, that sounds nice right now.
In the Philippines, they got no choice.
No,
They
yeah,
down in the
bro.
cold.
Before we, because we have this little heater thing now. So what you do is like you put in a bucket and then you plug in the heater thing and you put it in the water and you wait for it to heat up. Now we have that. But before, either I had to wait for my water to be boiled or I just take a fucking cold shower. And especially if you have to like scoop, then dunk, and then you're like sitting there with air, and then you have to scoop and dunk again, and it's worse when you gotta shampoo. You're shampooing and you're trying to fucking do it fast because it's getting in your eye, and you don't want to you want to open your eyes because you don't know if there's a ghost there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's a ghost.
You never know.
Hell yeah.
What?
Oh my god, it's so stressful. I'm like sweating while I'm showering.
I'm kind of curious now. Like, what do you guys do for your mental health? You already answered, Simone.
Yeah. Did I answer?
What did she answer?
No, I don't think she did.
Oh,
But anyway,
I'm sorry.
you guys
I'm
can go
so
first.
sorry.
No, you're okay.
No, Simone, go for
No,
it.
I want to hear what Simone does for her own
Yeah, what do
mental
you do
health,
for your
wellness.
mental health?
Well, I spend a lot of time with myself, and what I really love to do is
All by myself.
There we go. You hit that.
Go on,
that
go
was
on.
good.
Go on,
Wow,
go on.
A+. But yeah, and spending time by myself and my thoughts is something that I, for like a while back, I wasn't able to do. Like I always wanted to be with people. So now that I could do that and actually like think through and reflect on just like, people would probably think that I'm very pretentious when I think about things, but like, I just like to reflect on like how I could do things better. And what's this called? I read a lot. I feel like even like reading fiction books is really good because you get to see like how characters interact with other characters, and you could put yourself in situations that they're probably in. But yeah, I just that. A lot of self-reflection, time for myself, and making sure that I'm energized in that way.
Okay. I do completely the opposite.
What do you do, Mike?
I connect with people. I need like interaction.
You need that socialization.
Yeah, so I need friends. So like I'm at the shop like all day sometimes, like no one's here. And as soon as someone comes in, I'm like, yes, I can talk to someone. And so actually somebody came in Saturday and she came in like at 3. And then like I just met her when she walked in and she ended up staying till like 7.
Let's go.
We were just chopping it up, and we just like, she got comfortable, I got comfortable, and we're just chilling. Very nice. And then I need that like interaction, and so yeah, that's how I handle my own mental health. So I need to figure out how to reach out to people, interact with people, and just engage in a sense.
What does the boy DJ Asthmatc do, bro?
Meditation is key.
No. I haven't been meditating as much lately. I've been in a very fiery state lately. I'd be like working out like a crazy motherfucker. Like I'm like cracked out. Like so hard at the gym that everyone watches me and my friends work out.
Yeah. I remember when we went to the gym, when I took you to the 24-hour and wherever, like when we were doing deadlifts, like I tried not to grunt or anything because like I'm a little shy, but you're just fucking.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So I do lifting weights, yoga, and boxing. So I really abuse my body.
Dude, when the pandemic hit, I was just like, dude, full on doing yoga, and I was like,
dude,
you know,
it's crazy.
Dude, yoga's
life-changing,
nice.
right?
Yes, yoga's nice.
It's just
so
a
good.
crazy state.
Well, I'm curious. I'm curious though. What does a shy grunt sound like?
No, it sounds like nothing.
Like this.
You just see like my face is red and I'm just like
just
just
trying to
breathing
hold
out.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do that. Work out hella quiet. I can't do that.
Also, you turn into Vision.
Yeah.
How about you, bro?
Hold on. I remember one time I went to Fitness 19 to work out, bro. And the grunt shit, bro. Some guy was doing squats. Every time, bro, like, son of a bitch. Like, every time he dropped like the bar, I'm just like, what the fuck?
I'm that person too. I was on fuck.
I feel like I do like a lot. Ooh, that was a little squeaky squeak. But I don't like full on like like you know how people go like yeah, no. Like a hernia type shit, but no.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
what do you do?
I'm trying to think about as of lately. I don't know. I mean, we've talked about this, right? I just kind of distract myself a lot. I think just music is like the one thing I do, just therapeutic, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it's just pastime. So what I've been doing is just watching a bunch of sports commentary, you know, like grown men yelling at each other about sports and shit. And I actually sleep to that, where they're like yelling at each other, like, LeBron, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yes.
You're like peace and chaos.
Peace and chaos. I watched like this one program, Skip and Shannon. It's like, skip, really skip. I'm just like, yeah, that's what I need, bro. That's what I need at 2 a.m, bro.
Dude, I think you might like All Gas No Brakes. Do you know that guy?
Oh, I love that guy. Oh, he's amazing.
If he's screaming,
You gotta watch All Guys.
What does he
doesn't
do?
scream.
No, he doesn't scream. He's just absurd. I don't know how to explain it. You just gotta watch it.
He does like politics and stuff. Like he does it on the whole with politics. Like he's like done it with like Trump rallies, and they're so funny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen it. If you're
Yeah, it
is it
sounds
from the
familiar.
Tonight Show?
Huh?
From Tonight Show?
No.
It's his own person.
Okay.
It's like an awkward white dude with a suit. Looks like Napoleon Dynamite, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so it's good that someone asked that question because as an occupational therapist, if you're helping other people with their mental health, recreational therapist. I'm
Come
so
on,
sorry.
man.
Recreational therapist, helping people with their mental health. You got to be right with your own, or else how can you help somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there like moments where you just really try your best to like just put yourself in their shoes and to like really empathize? Because you're really empathetic for that job, right?
Yeah, extremely empathetic. I usually just work there on the weekends just because I do full-time school and all these other side projects. But, going there, waking up is a bit difficult and stuff like that. So I would have to really just put my mindset into, okay, I'm here to really just talk to these patients and they want to like vent their feelings out. So everything they're saying to me, I got to take it all in.
Yes.
So it's a bit difficult, but, empathizing with others, you just gotta practice.
Yeah.
Oh, so like sometimes at the end of your shift, you'll feel really drained out from all that.
Yeah, drained out, or maybe sometimes I'll just sit in the car and I'll just be like, damn, I just really did all that, just talking to everybody, and they're going through hard stuff.
Yeah.
And I can't relate to that, likely. But
Yeah, I can relate to that too because with my job, personal training, like I'll get that a lot, like with like different people. Sometimes that 30 minutes I'm with them is like the only positive moment they ever have in their life. And I feel like even with you, you're like a very positive person. I'm not like a positive person like almost all the time, right? So like they really try to like, you know, feed off the energy, and I don't mind giving it because it's for the greater good of what it is. So I hella feel you with that one.
Yeah.
That's some crazy stuff.
And I feel like too, like one of the things I really like when I'm with people, I like to make them feel like comfort and comfortable. Like, especially like cause for my room, I like to make it like very like a safe and like comfortable, and like you literally like feel like you're in peace. And whenever people come by, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so at peace in here." And I'm like, "Yeah, like good, you're supposed to." And I want other people to feel like how I feel when I'm like in my room at peace. Like, you know what I mean? But, yeah.
So, how many people have gone to your room?
Just Mike.
Fucking Mike, dog.
I'm joking.
Just my friends.
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, bro, like, can I sit? Do you have like any of those like bean chairs or something like that?
I don't.
I was gonna say, like, if you have one of those, like, if I can crash and you put like Olivia Rodrigo, just like let's vibe, bro.
Yeah.
It is fun.
I do have twinkling lights though.
I was gonna say, as far as like both of your experiences, that was sort of a wake up call for me because my original major was psychology, and so I just had like a running record with just friends growing up where they usually go to me and I just like, I mean, I wouldn't tell them what to do, but I just give them perspective, and so I kind of felt this sort of like, oh, I feel like I can give advice and help out people. So which is what helped, like at the time, right? I'm like fucking 17, right? So I don't know shit.
Right.
So I'm going through this and I'm going through school, and then I come across this one person, and like it was just a lot, and I was just like, because I also have a tendency of just like kind of like, how do I put this? Like constantly reaching out, just making sure that people are like how Simone said, right? Like feeling comfortable and that sort of stuff. But like it just was the same thing.
You get invested too much.
Yeah, and it just became the same thing over and over again. And that's no disrespect, right? It's just like, holy shit. Like I was so used to a certain set of experiences, and then that came across, and I was like, fuck, I don't know if I can like, because it's also wrong to say, right? Like I can't help them, because it's also like you can't necessarily handle all of it or everyone, right? So just sort of like that was kind of a wake up call for me, because I was just like, oh fuck, like if I come across this sort of situation, right? Like I don't know if I can really do this, right? And I am actually grateful for that experience, because it redirected me to like what I do, which is just studying my culture and shit. And so I think about approaching similar situations with like a similar sort of like psychology background. Yeah. But because my field of studies is very political, it's also like, okay, but we gotta like, for example, right, for any general person, right, like I'm sad or I'm feeling depressed, you can give them a scientific explanation or just study their behaviors and their environments for why they're feeling that. But for me, it's like my Latino people, right? Like, no, there's more to it. And that's what like motivated me to continue with this field, because it's sort of like, yeah, you're upset, you're sad, you're depressed, but it's like, it's part of a systemic issue. And, like, let me kick some knowledge with you to explain why a lot of us struggle with this as like, in my case, right? Like Latinos, like, why do we struggle with this? And so like, that sort of helped me redirect towards that and kind of have that perspective when it comes to, like, I guess in a sense, right? Like mental health as far as the Latinx community goes, but that's not to say like no arbiter of truth either, right? It's just a perspective.
I don't know. I think it's cool that you brought that up, that you went through psychology, but then you find out that you didn't want to do it and you decided to do cultural studies.
Yeah, I think it was more so like I didn't want to do it that way, which is not to say that way is the right or the wrong way. It's just there's multiple approaches. I mean, even in psychology, you have differing theories on how to, approach like mental health and just, the field of psychology. So I think that's where it was just like, I don't want to do it like this. I want to do it this way. But, obviously, because cultural studies, right? Like it's my culture. Like this is what I know. So I can't really be like, oh, I'm going to translate this parallel to like, like the Asian community, right? Because there's similarities, but there's differences too, as far as history and that sort of stuff.
No, it's great. Like I could tell that you put so much time and effort into all this, and I really do appreciate that. In terms of like the Latino community too, it's so strong here in San Jose, and I don't know if you could build like some kind of platform like what Mike is doing with the whole Filipino stuff like that, dude. I think. I would
idea.
Yeah, that would be good.
Let me get my master's first.
Let me get my master.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, but you know, this is a wise man once told me. You just gotta do it.
What?
You just gotta do it. By the words of David, he told me that. There was this little background
Just
story.
do it.
It's like
Just
this
do
was
it,
before
bro.
I became a DJ. I was like, dude, like, because I saw him doing his music stuff. I'm like, dude, how do I become a DJ? And he's like, dude,
Yeah,
you
man.
just gotta do it.
Dude, yeah,
You just gotta do it.
What's stopping you?
And then I did it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
And that day I left. I left there. I'm like,
Just do it.
I didn't get it. And then I just did it.
I saw one of the IG or Twitter posts. It says, "Fuck around and find out."
Yeah.
Fuck around.
So it's actually, it talks about how scientific it is.
Yeah.
It's in terms of like on our streets, you know, that's really how we. But it's very scientific. The way we learn and the way learn about the world as a child, we play,
Yeah.
we try something, and then we fail, and then we learn, and we get better, right? And so that statement is like very scientific. Fuck around and find out.
It really is though.
So in line with like just do it, right? Like, but at the same time, you try and you learn from it, and then there you go.
Exactly. You gotta know what your strengths are, and don't focus on your weaknesses and stuff like that. So,
So
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now, David? That's a deep question, huh?
it is. I don't like talking about goals because goals. It's just because I'd rather just work in silence and then have that progress show. But since you're asking this question, I really just want to get my master's as a physician's associate, and then hopefully I become an officer in the Navy and stuff like that.
An officer in
The Navy as like a PA.
Nice.
So just traveling around the world, and then I don't know if we're talking more beyond that, working with the United Nations and go from there. Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know, and the music stuff too, but really I love the music stuff, and I just want to dabble into it just so that I can have that pay for my grad school rather than my parents.
yeah. Hold up. I just kind of recognized or observed something. You two have so much similarities. You guys are studying the same thing, or have studied or studying.
Kines, but
Or kinesiology.
Yes. You guys do the photography.
not really on my end. But
Okay. What happened?
I mean,
I'm just
yeah,
like
okay.
we're similar.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
And then in terms of music, and so yeah. So I just like, oh, don't you like the same thing? So I was just like thinking in my head. So I just
Soothing voices.
yeah, you know. Yeah, I just observed that.
No, it's a great observation.
Yeah, I think you're the second person that's done kines that we've interviewed. Because Dawson, do you know him? Dawson?
Dawson Din.
Fit connection.
No, I don't.
Oh no, but he's a kines major too.
Yeah, he's Vietnamese also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most known kinesiology major.
I was like,
The most major I hear around is, I'm a kinesiology. I'm like,
I was gonna say like all the Vietnamese guys that I met is like they're doing kinesiology.
Hella people are doing.
But even Filipinos, a lot of them do kinesiology too. That I know.
I was just making fun.
Yeah.
For real, I know hella people doing kinesiology.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. Daryl did freaking kinesiology.
I mean, by force, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot
wait, it
you
was
can do.
kinesiology though, your major.
I wanted to do that.
And you wanted
because
to.
I wanted
You
to
wanted
be
to,
physical.
yeah.
But then you changed to rec.
Correct.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
I did like
Yeah,
in terms of your response earlier, in regards to the question of like how you're able to engage the people you're working with, and I think your answer was like you just listen.
You.
I think
Yeah.
it's also in line with one of our topic on our podcast, which is human connection, and it's really about just listening. You know what I mean?
I saw that.
Yeah. So it's like you can have all these ideas, but if that's your idea. If it's not rooted in the very people that you want to help, then it's not gonna work.
Dude, I'm just so stimulated by this whole conversation, dude.
Wait, Simone, you were gonna say something earlier?
I was.
Yeah. Well, last week y'all interviewed a speech therapist.
Yeah.
It's all types of therapists.
Right.
It's crazy how the universe works. You know, it just aligns things. No, I'm serious. That stuff just blows my mind sometimes.
It's not the universe.
No,
It's not
I was like,
It's us.
It's us. We
it's
are
us
the
doing
universe.
work.
But we are the universe.
Yeah, we're.
We are the universe.
I'm
wait, hold on.
God.
Someone want to say something.
Why did I keep forgetting? No, I wanted to touch back on when we asked about mental health, and you said pray a lot. Are you of like Catholic or Christian background, or what do you mean by like pray?
Yeah, I grew up in a Catholic family. Do you want me to go more in depth?
If you want,
Dude, this is your podcast,
Yeah.
bro. Do whatever you want,
How
bro.
about you?
Do it.
Just do
just
it.
do it.
Come on. I'm gonna use your own words against you. You know.
Fuck around and find out.
I was gonna say, hey, fuck around and find out. I say, just go with this shit.
I love this vibe. I love this. What was the question again?
How do you pray?
Praying.
Pray. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, so back when I was a kid, I didn't know what praying was. You know, it's just like, you know, you grew up, you go to church with your parents, like, okay, I get baptized. I go through all this religious school. And yeah, didn't understand it until you get older. And just last year, once COVID hit, I got it from working at a psychiatric hospital, which is just crazy because everybody that gets admitted to the hospital got nothing. And then for some reason, once I left this hospital after work, I just got this hit of, damn, I just got something. And then the next day I just felt crap. So ever since then, my mom, there's like the rosemary thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah, we're familiar.
Yeah. So my mom, she's super religious, gets annoying, but I listen to her and she's like, yo, here's this rosemary. Just pray, like every day. So I did it every day, continuously. And then it just, to me, it seemed like I should make it a routine. And I did it. Did it with yoga too. And from there, just, I don't know, just connected with my spirituality. And wow. I just really don't know how to explain it. If you just continue doing it, then it just kind of makes you become a better person.
Yeah. I really like how you mentioned that because I think for me, I also grew up in a Catholic, household and, went through the schooling, baptized, everything. And, as you grow older, you kind of want to question your religion and kind of want to, dabble in like other things. And for me, what got me closer to like praying and my relationship with God was through death. And after a while, I kind of was like thinking like, I don't know, like, is this religion? Am I really like Catholic? Do I really believe in this stuff? So then like, that's when I started getting into like tarot cards and like trying to get into that spiritual field. And it didn't work out for me, like manifesting and stuff like that. It really didn't work for me. But when I turned back to praying and really like having a relationship with God again, that's what I found really speaks to me spiritually and like what I guess you could say works for me too. So
how about everyone else? I mean, let's go at it.
You ever get a 3-for-1 special, bro?
Oh, what?
I got baptized, confirmed, and my first communion on the same day.
Dude, what's that last one?
I don't know.
Oh, the last one is like, that fourth one is when you do it in high school. What's it called? Confirmation?
No.
No, it's like,
It was another thing?
Yeah, there's like
another
another thing. And I
thing.
There's a
got it.
fourth one?
Yeah.
I just remember those
Oh.
top 3. I thought fourth was marriage.
Okay, now we gotta look it up.
the fourth one is like, you can't get married in a Catholic church without it.
Like if you don't do those 3 things, you can't get married in a Catholic church.
Yeah.
That's why like my mom had me undergo, because like my uncle in Mexico, he's a priest, and so like I was 8, and my mom was like, oh fuck, we ain't done shit, and my uncle was like, let's do 3-for-1 right here, bro.
Did all
So,
of
So
it.
you walked,
So,
down,
like-
you walked down, got your thing, then went to the confession room,
Oh,
confessed your sin.
that's the thing too, bro. Like when I was growing up, bro, my mom would make me get the bread, or like I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, yeah.
But in Spanish we call it la hostia, presentado por español.
Body of Christ.
The body
So
of
like
Christ.
my mom would make me get that shit, and I was like, no, I mean, like, no offense, right? But I was just like, food, right? And then, like, it wasn't until later that I was explained the significance of it. And Mama was like, yeah, you know, so when you get, I don't know the order, but it's like when you get your confirmation or your first communion, you can get it. And I was like, what's that? So that's, I was like, fuck, like, we messed up. So when I went to Mexico in 2006, my uncle, who's a priest, he set it all up for me. I was 8, went to mass, they did the whole shit, and they were like, hey, mijo, like, stand right here, like buck your head back. And I was like, what are we doing? I was like, they like baptized me, and I was like, oh shit. And then and then you know how you're supposed to go to like school for this shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to one class. That was it.
That's it.
Next weekend, I get all 3 for 1, bro.
Dude, my Saturdays were just like going to religious school, and I was just like,
Yeah. And like when you're younger, you know, they take you out of actual mass and you go to the little classroom.
Dude. In Spanish masses, they're always like, you know, like, for all the young kids, please make sure to step over on this side so we can take you to this other room.
Yeah.
And like they would come back like 20, 30 minutes later and they got like Jesus like colored. I'm like, yo, that's lit. But I think in terms of going back to like this whole original discourse, right? I grew up Catholic, but I mean, I didn't really follow it afterwards. Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of what was my experience. Just like 3 for 1, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Thanks, uncle.
You save money, 3 for 1, bro.
yeah, hell yeah.
How about you, Kyle?
Oh, for like religious?
Yeah,
stuff? Well, my dad is Catholic and my mom is Christian. So that was it. That was two. But we went to Christian church and Catholic church actually. Well, I went to Christian school on Sundays, but we stopped going after a while. So I would say I'm not really in touch with it as much no more. Just like Jonathan.
I have to say I'm an atheist, but I respect other people's beliefs, and you know, yeah, for sure. And you know, there's an envy in essence, like not reaching that spiritual level of like things. But yeah, I respect. You know, actually I go to a lot of churches in terms of doing work in the community, and you know, again, you know, respecting people's beliefs. And
Yeah.
so, yeah.
And I think too, you mentioned when you said you got it, did you mean like you understood it or?
Yeah, for some reason just understood it.
Yeah, because I used to work at a grocery store, and the workers there, a lot of them were ex drug addicts, and you know, speaking to them and stuff, they're all in this they all like are in the same program, and they all live together, and it's I think Christian based program, and to get over whatever they went through, or what, you know, addiction and stuff, they really found God. And I think, you know, as you said, you know, you respect other people's religions and stuff like that, because it really does help some people. And I think, yeah.
It's funny that you brought that up, just because I work on Sundays, and usually I'm always like skipping church because of that. And my parents, they give me so much shit. But it's weird because, I don't know, when I walk into the room or the day room with these patients at the hospital, they're like, there's something about you, you're Catholic or something, you seem religious, and I don't know, it's hard to explain, and I don't even know what the heck they're saying too, but I could understand what they're trying to get at.
That's crazy, because one of the people that I worked with who was under that program said that same thing to me.
Yeah,
They're like, I feel like you're like a child of God, huh? I was like, like, what do you mean by that? But then they were like, you're like religious, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Don't even trip, dog. That's every Latinx dad right there, bro. They're like religious, but they don't go to church on Sundays.
Dude, totally fine. Totally fine.
One of my professors, he said when he was growing up, his dad, you know, same thing, religious, but never went to church, and his mom and the mom was just like, why don't you ever go to church? Like, you know, like Sundays is for church. Stop working. And then the professor's dad was like, well, if God would have made 8 days out of the week, maybe I could do Sunday. I'm just like, bro. It's like every Latinx dad, swear to God, bro, religious, all by the book, but they never go to church, bro.
So do you have any last questions for us or concerns? concerns
Violent
or
reactions.
statements or
Yeah, just the Pick Your Brain podcast. I want to pick your guys' brains.
Okay,
Nice.
dope.
You know how life, we kind of have a set path that we kind of want to do in the future, right? Do you guys expect yourself to be at this moment right now, creating this whole podcast crew and whatnot?
Who would like to answer first?
No, I think that's a very dope question. And again, it's not necessarily a surface level question. It's actually deep, a deep question. And, I would like to answer it last.
oh my god, that was so funny.
That was such a tease. That was the biggest tease. God damn.
All right, Kyle. Let's go, buddy.
Okay. Well, shoot. Yeah, it was like an idea like 2019 December, and I like held that thought and idea for a while. Because sometimes you just have an idea and you just hold it for like a long time till it's ready to. It's the right time, right moment. And that moment came when I reconnected with Simone, and then there was this whole due process where it didn't work out with other people, right? Oh, what happened?
Because I said gang
She was
to the
like,
camera.
But okay.
I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
there's no camera.
Yeah, she showed. If you guys want a visual for the listeners, she did a little gang because she was like, hyping it up, and then it worked out with the two people dropping out, and then having Mike and Jonathan come into the equation. Honestly, I'd say I would have seen probably me doing something like this for sure, at least for myself, just because of my history of being in the creative world and always wanting to connect and find a way to build with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in terms of just giving someone a platform to just express themselves. And, I did it maybe on a more, not shallower, but on a more, not as much deeper level, because of through hosting shows. You know what I mean? It's more like, oh, here's the time that you're gonna perform. I'm gonna see you perform. We'll talk a little bit like, oh, thank you, this, that, but that's it. But what I love about this platform is we really get to know the person. And I've known you for a long time, but I just loved where this conversation went. It was just so amazing. Like, wow. And that's actually like, I know you've been doing that, but I didn't know you were doing that to that like greater extent.
Yeah.
Just with this, 1 hour?
Yeah.
Freaking crazy.
Hey, Simone, what's up, fool?
So, Jonathan, you want to go next?
Hey, like Simone, fool.
Jonathan.
I think as far as this project goes, right? Like I had no fucking idea from the beginning, right? I was like a sub, and then Kyle was like, "Hey, bro, you want to sub in?" I was like, "Put me in, coach."
I just yelled at your window like, Jonathan, are you at your window?
This guy went to my house, and this guy was outside my window, bro. And I was trying to I think I was like playing Madden or some shit.
Sure about that?
Hey, shut up, fool. Dude, hey, shut up, fool. What do you know about Patrick Mahomes, bro? I'm trying to get 70 touchdowns, bro. Or like 70 points worth of touchdowns. What do you know about? Anyways, so like he comes up to my window and then he's just like, hey, dude, just like chatting it up because pandemic, right? So we were kind of split. Right. And so he was just like, hey, I got an idea. Like, would you want to be part of a podcast? And I just kind of looked at him dumbfounded and I was like, what's that? Like, like what does it entail? Because I've heard of podcasts, but from like a listener's perspective, but not a production perspective. So I was like, how does this work out? This, that. It was like, well, I'll give you some of the basics, but if you're really interested, which I really think you should be, because I see you as a qualified candidate, hop on a call, tell me what your schedule is, we'll hop on a call, and then we'll have a call with everybody. Just like, I got Simone here, I got Mike, let's hop on a call. And I was like, oh shit, because I hadn't talked to Simone in a long time, and I was just like, damn, she probably don't like me. And so like, we hopped on a call, and then it was just like refreshing. We all linked up and shit, and that was the first time I met Mike, and I was just like, oh shit, we started spewing these ideas and shit. And so the more I heard about it, the more invested I grew. So I said, fuck it, let's do it. And so originally, I just thought like kind of, okay, like I'm just going to talk, like give my perspective, that sort of stuff, whatever. Because Kyle told me there was going to be some like politics stuff, right, too, in the mix. And I was like, that's my field. And so, it just developed. And the more we did it, the more I started to understand sort of what it meant like more in depth, right? Because it's not just about like talking, it's also about creating community, as Mike often does outside of this podcast, just creating community, chopping it up, that sort of stuff, and just adhering to different perspectives as well, within just conversations and discourses. And so one of the things is, like I said, right, like my field of study is Latinx studies. I'm thinking about, pursuing professorship because I just want to share the knowledge with homies in the community, right?
I can see that.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I can see that.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Thanks.
How's it going?
So I was just like, well, one of the things I wanted to do is just talk and just share knowledge, that sort of stuff, because I've always been told, and even Kyle told me this, he was just like, there's just something about you when you speak. It's something, it just hits different. And I can't tell, right? Sometimes the fish is the last to know it's in water. And so I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I just keep getting told this and that every other time I participate in something. And so I've always wanted to do like keynotes because there's this one idol I have. His name is Dr. Cesar Cruz. Fucking shit, we don't have the camera on. Dr. Cesar Cruz. He gives like talks and just shares his wisdom, and it's so impactful. Does it on a stage, and because I also love rap, and so I was just like, fuck, I want to do something like that, right? Like I want to like own a stage, you know what I'm saying? Like I just want to talk and just share and like inspire other people. And so with the podcast as it developed, I was like, yo, this is a platform too. And then just because even Kyle, he tells me like, yo, we got this one listener every week, consistent, bro. He loves us, like he loves what we talk about and shit. And even last week with Mira, she was just like, yo, like you and because she was like, the message was like directed towards us. She was like, yo, you and Jonathan, for 20-year-old adults, right? Like y'all are very mature for your age and very thoughtful in your speech. And I was like, I want to do more of this shit, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like pumps me up. And so like looking back now at this podcast, it's become such a big part of my life. Because aside from just the production and just speaking, I've also built community here, and I feel like I have a family here too. And that's something that like
it's rare.
Yeah, but more so like it's something that I've also wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Just building more community, building more families, and just feeling like I belong in a space where
Don't cry, Jonathan.
whatever that's the running gag, by the way, because I've cried like twice already on the show.
Really? Straight up. You gotta find the videos now. He's gonna look through them.
But it's just I felt at home here, and just family right here, just giving me the space to not just let me talk, but also hear me out. It's just like something very deep and like, fuck you, Simone.
I felt it coming. I heard your voice.
Yeah, we can all feel you.
And I started tearing up, and I was like, wait a minute, he's gonna cry.
He's gonna.
So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's just become something bigger.
Yeah, when I walked inside Mike's store, like I could just tell this is kind of like a family base or family oriented sort of thing, and I just felt that energy. It was just weird.
PG-13 for the viewers because we say fuck. No, just kidding. But internally, yeah. For sure.
That's cool though.
My turn?
Money.
Short answer, no. But going more in depth, I think I've always it's weird with whatever I feel like I'm going to do or what I want to do. It's always in my head. So it's like a seed planted in my head. But whenever it comes like into fruition, it's never the specific scenario that I imagined in my head. So like, I think, Kyle mentioned this, that we both wanted to start a podcast. And that's something that I've had envisioned in my head for a while, but never really pulled through. And it just sort of happened. And I was like, oh, like I imagined myself doing this, not this like environment specifically, but it happened. And I think that happens a lot with what I like plant in my head. Like I always imagine me doing certain things and it just ends up happening. I'm like, whoa. Like I kind of unconsciously live my life in a way where it would lead me to whatever I had envisioned in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No, I think it's
If that makes sense. I don't know.
I think it's a yes or no at the same time. In terms of where ideas come from, it's not necessarily like out of nowhere. We didn't think of this like we were young and we wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, in terms of our experience, we have a specific path that we want to take. And in terms of moving within that path, like we learn new things and new roads comes. And so me being a community organizer, me studying the history of our people as Filipinos, our culture, our history, our struggle, it became apparent that it's a must that I have to have a stage to be able to speak my truth in essence. And the fact that the idea came about, the opportunity came. Even without the opportunity, like I was already thinking in this, like trying to figure out, because we see the media, and I'm like, we have to start our own media. We have to start our own place where we can tell our own stories. And so when the opportunity came, it was definitely like, I'm down because I have a lot to say in essence. And so that's my answer to the question, yes or no. Our experience leads us to many different roads, and sometimes it's not just a single path, like a linear path. Like you have like one big goal, and people sometimes get through it, but sometimes there's other roads that forks, and it leads them to other great things that they might not be expecting. And so that's my answer.
You guys all have an open mind.
Yeah.
It's good. Huh.
It's like, whoa.
That was, yeah.
Was that deep enough for you?
No, I enjoy it. And then in terms of like content and stuff like that, where do you guys see yourself moving forward from here on out?
In like
I guess what's your whole purpose of this? Do you want the whole podcast to just be worldwidely known, or just within the community itself, San Jose? I don't know. I'm just interested by that.
I think like the quantity, like on who's watching it and stuff, yes, it's there like as something that we do look at, but that's not like the whole basis around it. It's more about just telling people stories for sure, and sharing that with the world and with their viewership. Because sometimes, you have like artists out there doing their thing and people see them grinding, but do they really know their story all the time? And just us being able to provide that space to share our knowledge and wisdom to others. We've had some really crazy conversations for sure. Yeah, like some really deep topics that I never thought we would have touched for sure.
Maybe cry twice.
Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in terms of like the big goal, I think we haven't really set a huge goal of like this is the end goal, right? Mm-hmm. But I think we have a goal in essence just to touch as many people as we can, and in a sense of being truth in what we share, and also learning from each other. And I think we can start from there and grow it from there. And so it's not like we want to be internationally known. So the goal is not necessarily that. It's really about working with what we have and growing from there, and see, as long as we are, speaking our truth, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think too, like what you said, it'd be nice. Like, it'd be cool to pop off like that, like be internationally known and stuff. But I think right now, at least for me, what I really like is creating like that domino effect of just engaging in conversations with people through our community. And, I feel like really deep and heartfelt conversations really go a long way in terms of like being a good person. And if we could touch the lives of our community around us, I feel like that goes a long way.
Yeah.
I approach this with the philosophy of reciprocity, where, for me, the fame in the sense of like being well known and that sort of stuff, like, that's cool. But for me, it's just more so, I want to be able to be that producer, that speaker for when I felt that I couldn't go to anyone because nobody could relate to what I was going through and that sort of stuff. So I want to be, in a sense, the voice for some of the voiceless, because I want to be that person who I wished was there for me when I needed them. Right. And so, if we're able to tap into people and reach out to them and, give them inspiration for the day, give them inspiration for the week, whatever it is, bro, because, it's tough out here. And so we could talk about systemic issues, whatever, all you want, but it's like also just on a day-to-day basis, right? Like a lot of us just need someone to hear us out, someone to listen to us, and someone to converse with us. And so if somebody can feel that, like, honestly, like I can go to sleep, content because I tapped into someone and, they just feel like they can continue another day and just be like, you know what? Just do it, like
just
as
do
you
it.
said, right? Like, just like, no, I can do this. Like, no matter how many times I've been told by either parents or my peers around me, whatever, that I can't do it. It's like, no, fuck that, bro. You got to do what you want to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's your life, dog. Like, nobody else is going to live that life except for yourself. So if you want to do, whatever your aspirations, no matter how wild they are, bro, follow that shit.
Fuck around and find out. Let's go.
And I think we'll end it there. Nice.
Thank you so much, David.
Yeah, of course. I enjoyed this.
That's good. We enjoyed it too.
Great
Hopefully it
conversation.
wasn't too boring.
No,
No.
it definitely
Boring.
wasn't. Very thought provoking.
Dog, you almost
Oh,
made
hell
me
yeah.
cry for the third time, dog.
Third
You mean
time,
boring.
almost there.
Almost.
My bad.
You said my bad.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Why am I looking at the camera? The camera's not on. But thank you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Special
Hey,
guest next
hey,
week.
hey.
Hey. Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. No doubt. Presentado en español, sí.